Hello everyone, how are you doing? So let's continue our To-Do app from where we left. So in this video we are going to make a class to generate our kind of fake data to showcase how the app is going to look like. So but before that I need to do one thing that I forget in the last video. So I made this class data class, and I need to declare this class as data, otherwise it won't consider it as a data class. So just little correction here. Data class, and yeah, now we are good to go for the next page. So let's create our so we need to create a data file for our to showcase some random data. So let's create a Kotlin file for that. So random data, and then we need to create a function for our fake data just to showcase. So function random data of type data, and it's showing some error. What is that? Oh, we forget to pass the small braces this because it's a method. And then let's create our items. So items, and it's going to be a list of. So list of is just a collections of array list, or yeah, you can think of it as an array list. And let's create some data. So learn compose, you can put anything you want, and learn UI state in compose. What else we can put here? Yeah, we are also going to use ViewModel, so let's put it here as well. I think 4 is enough, and then let's close it and make it random. So every time when we click the button, it will generate this list in a random fashion and not in a linear fashion. And we also need our icon to show up, so let's create a variable for icons also. So icons, and we have already have our icons. So to do icons dot values, and let's also make it random, and let's return it. So return data, and we just need to pass these two values as parameters. So items and icons. Oops. And yeah, that's it for this class. And then we will jump into make our view model. So let's move on to the view model. So let's make our view model. So we will create a view model class here. We will name it Todo view model, and we need to make it class, not file. And then we need to extend it as a view model. So for Todo model we need to create a variable, for adding items and removing item. So let's create our Todo item variable. So private variable hyphen Todo item equal mutable live data. We are using mutable live data because it's a Todo app, and basically in mutable live data you can change or modify the items. So that's why we use mutable live data. And then we need to pass our data class. So list of data, and actually it needed in this form, not in the curly braces. And it's showing me error, so let's see why it's showing us error. Invocation. Something must be wrong here. Need to see why it's giving me an error. Click import alias. I will go with just a list of. So list of this should take, but why it's not taking, it's a mystery to me. Data. Let's move forward and see what happened. So we need to assign this variable to our live data. So for that we need to create a value of Todo item, and then we need to pass the live data as a list of our data. And then we just need to assign it to our Todo. It should take, but it's not. Something must be wrong. Todo. Okay, I will come back in a minute to see what went wrong. Okay, so this is what happened, guys. I forget to add the curly braces here, so that's why it was giving me an error. So make sure to pass the curly brace here, and then we need to convert this mutable live data into a live data. So to do that we need to create a value of Todo item and of type live data, and just assign it to this Todo item variable. Next is we are going to create two functions for adding and removing data. So let's create a function for adding item. So let's call it function add item, which is going to be the type of data. And yeah, so that we need to check the value of this to do item to make sure that it's not null. So for that we need to do the state to make sure that the value is not null, the new item that we are adding is not null, and then we need to add it to the list of our existing item. Okay, and then simply for removing the item from the list we need to make another function for removing the item. So let's make item of type data, and we are going to do the same thing again to make sure that the item we are removing exists and we are not removing a null data or null item. So todo item dot values or value and todo items dot value, and we use this exclamation mark, the double exclamation mark, to check whether the data is null or not null, non-null. And then we need to call the toMutable list, and then we have to apply this also block, and then we just call the it dot remove item, and that's it guys. So that's it for this video guys. In next video we will make our screen which will be, we will make our the first screen to show how our app look like.